Hi, my name is Louis Diggs. I'm a local historian here in Baltimore County on African American life in Baltimore County. And I'm actually right now inside of a church, African American church, that has been here in Granite, Maryland on Orford Road since at least the 1860s, even though the cornerstone says it's 1881. But when these African American slaves that were here, as they brought their way out of slavery, they resided in shanties all up and down Orford Road here. And they continued to work for money and purchased their wives and children out of slavery. Anyhow, this little church, we know for a fact that not a fact, but we do believe that they just squatted on this piece of land that was owned by Mr. Dorsey. And Mr. Dorsey eventually sold the African American communities the property, and they did build their church actually in 1887. But it's been ever since slavery ended and the mines began to peter out. People just left Granite in great numbers, including the African Americans. Now, since 1960s or the 70s, the church here, it just went out. And it's been vacant ever since then. But the community has been keeping this little building alive. They put a new roof on it, and sometimes they mow the grass around it. But the last trustee of this church, her name was Miss Helen Johnson. She lives in Catonsville. And when Linwood Johnson and myself, because Linwood at that time was helping me to get my book together about this area called Surviving in America, she wanted her church saved so bad. And she said to Linwood and I, if I gave you that church, could you possibly save it for us? So we thought about it, not long, and we said, yes, Miss Johnson, we will do our best to save that church. Well, it's been about, I guess, almost close to 10 years now. We were able to form a nonprofit 501c3 with Richard Lee, who is still on the board. And we began the process of seeking out grants. But thanks to one of the Speaker Pro Tem, or the Speaker Pro Tem, state legislature, Adrienne Jones, she arranged for a grant, a very generous grant, to save this building. And we've been working on it for years now, and now it's 2015, and by either late May, early summer, we're going to be open for business. And the thousands of photographs that I've collected throughout the 20 years and the 10 books that I've written about blacks in Baltimore County, this is where we hope that they will all be, so we can now share our information with the wider communities. We can let students, and I've made arrangements to have students come in where we can really share the history with them, take them on tours in the area. We want to be sure that the people here in Baltimore County know their history. They never had documented history before. So hopefully we'll see you at the Diggs Johnson Mini Museum.